All right, guys, welcome to the Como Ride Attempt number one, November 3rd, 2024. Now, I've been looking forward to trying out this group because I have heard it is the hardest, the toughest group ride in Orange County. And of course, you know, your boy likes a challenge, and I feel like I've been doing good enough and keeping up with some fast individuals and killing it in the climbs and putting in the hours and the miles. I figured, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And so here I am. They meet up every Sunday, 8 a.m. at the marketplace in Irvine. And I'm curious to see what route we take today. I know what route we took, but before this happened, I was not aware which route we would go. But it turns out that we do the same route that I usually do on Sundays through Santiago Canyon, which has climbs and hills, which I love. So I thought I had some sort of an advantage. Boy, was I wrong. But in the meantime, enjoy the ride. Me getting there. It's about 7:25 in the morning, heading down to the marketplace in Irvine. Not sure where they met up. This was the first time, so excited. Felt good. Had that 50-mile ride the day before. Legs were a bit sore, but I felt I could pull it off, so let's go.
Yeah, 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 Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Yeah.
All right, and we are off 8 a.m. sharp. These guys don't play around, and they don't even say anything. This was crazy. Nobody tells you, hey, we're rolling or anything. It's just expected. I don't know where you see people start moving, and you better start moving because they take off fast. And this is where things got a little bit interesting because I saw only like 10 individuals, and then by the time we got to this light, which was not that far away, it was just a bunch of people. I might have counted more than 40. I lost count. But my strategy here was just to try to stay relevant in the group. I wanted to catch drift, so I figure I stay between 6th, 7th individual, but it was very hard to get up front. We're on a main street here, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till we start climbing because we're on Jamboree and there's gonna be a climb coming up. So I figured that's not gonna be a problem. We'll catch it there. But that was definitely not the case. When this light turns green, these guys just started going at it. And what's funny is one of the guys said, "Oh, we normally go easy, Jamboree all the way up to Santiago, and then we take it up, full turbo." I don't know, man. This was already off the bat. You guys might not see it here, but just trying to keep up cadence with these guys was a definitely challenge that I need to work on. So a lot of notes that I took on this ride, especially on how to maintain cadence. I think that was my biggest problem. Most importantly, I think you just gotta do what fits good for you. And I guess I kept on trying to adjust based on what I was seeing other individuals do. You got to remember, every other individual is going to be different than you, so what works for them might not work for you, and I think that's kind of where I got screwed up. So yeah, I'm just going to shut up now, because after here it was kind of crazy. So we are climbing. So far, I'm feeling good. Legs are good. I'm staying tight to this guy right here. So really not pushing a lot of effort here. There's some people that started dropping from this side. So I figured, oh, you know what? I'm moving along good. No problem. Felt amazing. By the way, that guy in the pink that you just saw, you're going to see him later on, man. That's the only guy that I stayed on after once I got dropped, and it was me and him. But, you know, there was at least a good amount of people behind me here, so I was feeling good. I'm like, hey, I'm staying on top of the pack. No problem. Seems good. Everything's feeling good. I was having a little problem with my left shoe. I don't know. I got to check what the hell that is. It was just giving me some sort of trouble, but not enough for me to stop pedaling and not gaining momentum. I mean, that was just good. I mean, everything here just seemed really good. And you could tell the climbers off the bat, because what you don't see here, but I was able to see while I was riding, is, man, there was a small detachment in the front, and these guys were hauling, man. They were just going pretty fast, just like nothing. So everybody here just started getting off the saddle, trying to, you know, close those gaps, because there was a gap that was left. But it's impressive how quick these guys close those gaps and move forward and then settle and then they're chill again. That's something I couldn't understand. I was trying to stay up on that, but man, after a while, it's just, you know, I was like, I don't want to get gassed out. I was still trying to maintain, you know, my momentum and, you know, just ride efficiently.
All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Ay, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. Fuck the comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chilling in the desert, I'm good under pressure.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Ay, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Quick to sever, however, whoever. Raining from above, we shooting down through your umbrella. Ay, getting fed up, nothing you could tell us. Snapping every shot I take, just wait till it develops.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking
Stick
about.
around when we hold it down, look at what we found. From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about.
All right, we're getting towards the top of Santiago here, and this is where things got very interesting because up until now I'm feeling good, and once they make this turn, it was just, this is where they just really took it up. I was clocking in about 15, 16, just on that hill up on Jamboree. And once we got here, man, they really just, as you can see, there was a big gap left, and I'm just trying to adjust. I should have shifted. I didn't. I felt that I could keep up with the same gear I was on. I'm thinking now that was a mistake. My cadence was not up to the majority of these guys, especially now that I look at the video again. I was on a lot lower cadence. I was trying to stay at least above 80, but I felt that if I went anything higher than that, I would just, not be able to keep up with them. So as you can see now, we start seeing a little bit of the front of that group. So I'm still pretty much still up there. There's a bunch of people behind me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing good. Up until now, I mean, I wasn't feeling tired. Legs were still good. However, I do feel that I was putting in more work, and I was concerned that this would backfire on me. I didn't know how to be more efficient with my either pedaling or gear choice at this point. Again, this is the first time I'm riding with a group this fast, so the goal here was just, ideally the goal was just to keep up 10, 15 miles. If I could keep up 10, 15 miles with this group, I would feel amazing. I think I did really good because of the high standard that these guys have. So, but nonetheless, I'm still here. I'm moving. I'm feeling good. No problem. And we're gonna see a big shift right now real soon, because once we got over this hill here, there's another hill that comes up, and that's where these guys like took it up even another notch. Just like I felt like every hill. And by the way, so far we've been doing nothing but climbing. And there's another route for Santiago that is the back way, and it's a little bit more easier. This side is the harder one. I actually do this route on Sundays. I just never done it at this fast pace. I mean, these guys were pushing. And so on this route, if you go this way, there's a lot of climbing involved. I mean, climbing is insane because you start off with Jamboree, big climb to Santiago, then climb after climb. And I think there's a total of maybe 4 or 5 climbs here. And then it settles down and then it descends. So these guys right now are, doing really good timing, very efficient with their pedaling, and they're moving. They are moving, and I mean, if you could hear, I'm kind of starting now to struggle just to kind of keep up a bit, and I think it was really my gear of choice that was screwing me up. But none of these guys are like huffing and puffing, or I mean, they were calm. I mean, calm as they can be. I mean, no issue whatsoever. And this is, see where I mean, this is where they just, turbo back up. And, every time they did these next level bursts, it's like, oh man, I'm feeling it. Like, dude, are you serious? And, the top group already, you can see already, there's a couple of them chasing them. But yeah, they stepped it up now, and they're going a little bit more faster. And now we're gonna dive right into Santiago Canyon. This is the breakaway from the toll roads, and this is where, everything went wrong for me. So we got a quick little descent there. Was able to try to catch my breath, and it was not good enough because this is where I couldn't anymore. I got lost. I couldn't find my rhythm again. My cadence was off. Now well, you don't see here, but I'm really now struggling to stay on top of that group. I just felt the group was just getting off me. And again, look at that. You can see that one guy in the front, and every time he exploded out, it's like everybody had to follow. And this is right now where he took off. I mean, this guy must have been doing 19 miles per hour up that hill. But once that happened, your boy officially got dropped. There was just no way that I was going to maintain that. My legs were throbbing. There was no way. 11 miles in, and I got dropped. I could say that, hey, I was at least aiming for 10 and 15. I dropped 11, not that bad, but I was disappointed because this is, again, I take this route, I do this route. I should have been more conservative on my time, but it is what it is. I still kept going though. There's no way I was gonna completely detach. I looked back and there were still a couple stranded other individuals that got dropped, and they were still pushing. So at this point I said, man, as long as I finish this and I could keep an eye on them, which right now you could tiny see them up there, I thought it was going to be a good thing, and that's just exactly what I'm pushing for here. by the way, man, shout out to this guy right here. He's really the inspiration and motivation to keep me pushing. Very older gentleman for sure, but this guy was cranking. You might have seen him on Jamboree when I passed him, and when we were going up that hill. But he caught up, and he was still here pushing, and it was just kind of me and him the whole route, which was pretty cool. A little bit of competition, because in the other way, I said there's absolutely no way that I could just stop now. If I have this gentleman here next to me still pushing hard. And so, man, shout out to him, more props to him. So it was neck to neck. And by the way, guys, I'm cranking here. I'm going fast. I'm pushing. We're dropping and then climbing again, dropping, and I was still pushing here. So the fact that he was still on me, it kind of became like a healthy competition there. Just me and him kind of pushing each other. Everything was going great until, of course, I get my flat here, which you guys will hear here soon. got dropped. 11 miles in, I still kept on going for another, I think it's like 15 miles. I still had a view of the group. It started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I mean, these guys were fast. And then I got a flat. And yes, I have a spare tube. But at this point, what's the point? That was humbling. And the worst part is I got dropped on a hill. I love climbing. Your boy climbs. But man, this was just, I mean, these guys were just, they were fast. Well, guys, there you go. That was my attempt at the Como street ride. Absolute failed. But you know what? We don't stop there. Gonna try again next Sunday. So what better way to end a great ride with some coffee or some good treat. Got a little cheesecake here while I waited for my boys at Ride and Rock to open up. Ride and Road Cyclery here in Irvine, sorry. So I could get my flats fixed. New tube, that way I didn't have to use my spare one. And rode back home. Beautiful day at the end of the day. Love it. And that's the one thing I love about cycling. It's always a challenge and it's always you against you. So keep riding, keep pedaling, and shout out to Pedal Mafia for the kit. This is sick. Let's go.